Hey everybody, Dave Gove and
Katie Rice from Gove Mortgage.
And we are here with our monthly mortgage minute for the month of May. So, Katie, how's things going?
Boy, those rates sure rose this month. So last month we started the month out when we gave the monthly update that April had rates at around 4.86 for a conforming loan and about 4.3 for a jumbo loan. This month they're already up to 5.5% for a conforming loan nationwide, and they're about 5% for a jumbo loan.
Okay.
So it's risen significantly.
Yes, but we knew this was coming.
We did, but that's a difference in payment for your buyers, Dave's buyers, of almost $300 a month, however you slice that.
Right.
That huge increase.
So if you borrowed $500,000, your payment's gone up approximately $300.
Correct.
Right? But if you borrowed $1 million, your payment's gone up, you would think $600, but it's gone up about $300.
Correct.
So how does that work?
So great question. So when I mentioned the different rates, there's a different rate for conforming loan. So right now that's 5.5%,
Okay.
and for the jumbo it's 5%.
Aha.
So there's a different rate. And
Aha.
there's actually even a third rate that we look at too oftentimes, and it's called the high balance limit.
Okay.
So it can be confusing for a client, especially if they're in between these different loan sizes.
Yep.
So a conforming loan across the nation is $647,200. That's
Okay.
across the whole nation. They say that's the average loan size right now.
Average.
Average.
Okay.
And so that's the amount somebody needs, not the purchase price, but the loan amount.
Sure.
And then in Nevada County, it's $647,200.
Okay.
In Placer, it's a little bit higher. It's $675,050.
Okay.
And in Bay Area, it's San Francisco, it's even higher. It's $970,800. So that's called the high balance limit. So it's the difference between the $647,200 and whatever that county limit is. So it's per county.
Gotcha.
The government sets those rules because Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, who are government-sponsored entities, buy the underlying loans.
Got it. So if you're a payment-driven buyer, there may be a value to actually trying to eke up into that jumbo territory.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So what we do when we look at a client's information, like we had a client last week who had been working with us for a long time and really had payment shock because of how much her payment went up, because she started with us almost 2 years ago when rates were below 3.
Right.
And
Started
so
shopping back then?
Yeah.
Okay, so rates were below 3, but and prices were way lower too.
Yes. Even
Yeah.
in January, remember, we
Yeah.
talked about that. They were under 3. So
Yeah.
price is everything. So she was in payment shock. And so what we did is we looked at, she wanted to just do a conforming loan size. So we looked, hey, what about doing a jumbo loan size and then using a tool we have at Guild called recasting.
Recasting.
And many lenders have it. So it's an ability to, once you've had the loan for at least 7 payments, most
Okay.
lenders like you to stay in it for 7 payments, you can pay down the loan to a new conforming loan size.
Okay, gotcha. So you can go in, so you would go in and pay down the loan?
Correct.
And
It's
then-
called recast.
Okay, and then re-amortize it again?
It re-amortizes it. That's what the
Okay.
recast is. It's
Got it.
re-amortizing it, but so they keep their same rate. So
Yep.
she got a great rate on the jumbo.
Yep.
And then, but her payment gets lowered to where she wanted it to be as a conforming loan.
Got it.
So there's a lot of strategies right now. So
Yeah.
it's really important to work with a lender who can think strategy, because there's a lot of the big banks who we've talked about are leaving the market anyways.
Yeah.
But a lot of the big banks just don't have the 2 decades of experience, the 10 years
Sure.
most of my staff has. So
Great. So getting back to interest rates, the Fed raised the interest rates this week, right?
yes,
Okay, and so that means basically they're increasing how much they can lend the banks out money for,
Correct.
right? And then
Correct.
therefore the banks then have to pass that increase cost to the consumer.
correct.
Okay, so people are panicking about interest rates, but if we look back historically, these are still pretty low interest rates. So we're at what, 5.5 right now?
5.5 for a conforming, 5
Yep.
for a jumbo.
Right, okay.
And we looked back, you
Yeah.
and I together both looked at 1982.
Yes, 1982, and I pulled this number
Yeah.
out of thin air. Actually, I remember reading it the other day. 17.48%. So people are freaking out about interest rates,
Correct.
but if you look back, oh my God, 5.5, the sky is falling.
Yeah.
But if you look back we looked back 30 years, and back in 1982 at the peak, interest rates were 17.6%, which is absolutely insane.
Yes.
We also look back at when the last time interest rates were 5.5%, and that was
just a few years ago.
Yeah, 2010?
Yes, 2010, right after the meltdown, because the government started buying mortgage-backed securities.
Yes. So, even though it may seem like the sky is falling, interest rates are still really low.
Yes.
And like we talked last time, we're hopeful that we'll have, we're going to see some more of these. We're not hopeful we're going to see some more interest rate jumps this year. We're hopeful that by the end of the year, they'll be about where they are now, right?
That's my prediction. Obviously, I think we're going to have a volatile market is what we're going to have. We're going to see rates going up and down.
Yep.
So one day it might be higher and one day it might be lower. And the hard thing for a client is like, when do you lock? When do you lock that in?
Right. Well, there's a lot to navigate here. So if you are interested in learning more about real estate, please reach out to me, Dave Gove with eXp Realty here in Truckee, California. And for more mortgage questions, you can reach out to
Katie Rice at Guild Mortgage here in Truckee as well. And we do loans throughout California and Nevada.
So if you have any mortgage questions, you can reach out to Katie. And for any real estate questions, you can reach out to me, or you can leave your questions in the comments below. And if you found this information useful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give us a like, give us a comment, and hit that bell so you'll see next month's Monthly Mortgage Minute. See you next time.